guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you stopped by today because today we are going to do another Halloween themed project. I thought it'd be really fun to make a skeleton creature. I actually really enjoy making skeleton creatures. They're a lot of fun, and I thought what better creature to make as a skeleton than a cat for Halloween. Anyways, today we are going to be making a skeleton cat. So let's get started. Okay guys, the first thing that I'm going to work on for our skeleton cat is going to be the sewing for the body. I'm going to leave it really simple because I want most of the details to be in the clay pieces because we'll get them to be more bone-like than the fabric would be. But I'm still going to have a lot of fun with this because I still want it to look like a skeleton even on the fabric part. So this is the pattern that I have drawn out. It kind of looks like a guinea pig because we don't have any fabric that is going to be used for the legs. Those are going to be completely clay, so it looks a little stubby and weird, kind of like a guinea pig or a potato right now. So for your fabric pieces, you're going to need a left and a right body piece, you're going to need a belly piece, and then you're going to need the parts for the inside parts of the legs. Now before we start putting everything together, we need to start adding some bones to the body to make it look kind of like a skeleton. So what I did was I took our pattern for our body and I traced it onto another piece of paper so we had a fresh canvas to work with. And then what I did was I drew out where I wanted my bones to be. I left this really simple because you're not going to get a ton of detail because one, the piece is going to be really small, and two, you're just going to get the outline of the bone, so you don't want to go super detailed on it. After I was done drawing the bones, I used an X-Acto knife to cut them out of the piece of paper. That way we had a stencil to work with. So I'm just going to lay this over one of the body pieces and I'm going to trace and make all the little bones on the fabrics. That way we have a pattern to follow when we do the sewing for the bones. After I had the bones drawn out, I'm going to lay my fabric on top of a piece of felt and pin it together. You'll notice that I have a lot of body pieces, and that's because I'm actually working on 3 kitties. So now you're going to take your sewing machine and you're going to follow along those little lines that you have drawn for the bones. So again, I'm just going to be nice and careful and I'm going to go around all those lines, making sure to get as much detail in as I can. It doesn't hurt if you can't round it off too much because you won't really see the sewing part of this. You'll be cutting the bones out and defining the shape better that way afterwards. Okay, we're done with all the sewing for our bones, and now we need to take our scissors and cut off all the extra felt. Now make sure that you're very careful, that way you don't nick any of the black fabric, because otherwise that's going to put a hole in your piece. Once you have all of your little bones cut out, we can now start on sewing the body together. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our body pieces and our inside parts of our legs and we're going to sew down the front of them. Like normal, we're going to leave the back open because this is going to be on a wire frame and it's just going to make things a lot easier to put together. After you're done sewing the legs, we now need to add the belly piece. Now because this piece is so small, I'm going to hand sew it into place. Now we just need to flip it right side out and we're done with the sewing and we can move on to making the clay pieces. Now the clay pieces for this are all going to be on their own little wire frames that we have to put together later. So I kind of drew out a basic pattern of how that's going to look. So we have one piece of wire that's going to be the spine of the cat and that's going to have the clay tail on it. And then we have these little wires and these are going to connect the clay legs to the spine after we have the clay legs finished. So these are not going to have any clay pieces on them. And then of course we need a wire frame for the front legs and the back legs. So after we have all the clay pieces put together, it's going to be put together something like this. Now that you have an idea of how our frame is going to be put together, now we need to work on the clay pieces. So I'm going to start by making the tail of the cat first. This is going to be one of the easiest parts. So we're going to roll out a strip of clay and we're going to taper it off at one end. You'll want to leave it fairly thick so you have enough clay to work with. Once you have that rolled out, we're going to take the wire for the tail and we're going to run the clay over that wire. You might have a little trouble with it, but that's okay. We can smooth everything out once we have the wire covered. Once you have the clay over the wire and everything's smoothed out, we can now start making individual bones. So what we're going to do is we're going to use one of our tools and we're going to make stripes in the clay. This is basically dividing the clay into individual bones. Make sure you don't go all the way down to where you hit the wire. You still want clay connecting all the pieces together. So we're going to do this going all the way up the tail, and the closer you get to the tip of the tail, the closer you're going to put your lines together. This is because the bones are going to get smaller as you get closer to the end of the tail. Now I'm not going to add a whole lot of detail to these bones because it is going to be kind of cartoony in a way, so I'm just going to add a few little divots and cracks and stuff like that, and then we're going to move on to the other things. Okay, now we're going to work on the feet. Now I'm going to work on the front legs and show you how I did that, and the back legs are going to be basically the same, I just changed it up a slight bit. So what we need to do first is we need to start with the toes. So I'm going to take little strips of clay that I've got measured out to be individual bones, and we're going to put them onto the wire. Now normally when I make a wire frame for a foot, I have a wire for each individual toe, but I'm going to leave it a lot simpler. So what we're going to do is we're going to take 2 pieces of clay and we're going to sandwich the wire in between that. This is going to be the start of the middle toes. So I'm going to go a little bit more up the wire with our clay, making just a few more bones, and then we're going to start putting toes on the outside parts of these toes. So we're basically doing the same thing with these toes, except now we're sandwiching our original toes between 2 other toes. After I have all those placed, I'm going to use my tools to straighten up the edges and make sure everything is nice and even, and then we can move further up the leg. So the next thing we need to do is we need to add a little bit of bone for the wrist. So I'm just going to add a tiny piece of clay and I'm going to wrap it around the wire and I'm going to smooth everything out. And then for the leg bones, we're going to take 2 strips of clay that are a lot larger and we're going to sandwich the wire in between them just like we did with the toes. Now when you're making your feet, make sure you still have a little bit of wire sticking out of the end because we'll need that to add this to the wire frame. Okay, and that's basically how I did the legs. You'll want 2 front legs and 2 back legs. You'll want to make 4 total. And you're welcome to make them all the same, or you can change up the bone structure just a little bit for the back legs. Okay, the last bit of clay we need to make now is the skull. So I'm going to take a lump of tinfoil and I'm going to completely cover this in clay to make a nice base to start with. Once I have my tinfoil completely covered, I'm going to smooth everything out and we can start adding some details to it. Now normally at this point when I'm working on a face, I like to start on the eyes first. Well, this isn't going to have eyes, so what we need to start on is the eye sockets. So what we're going to do is we're going to start building up clay around where we want the eyes to create a nice lip. That way it looks like the clay is sunken in one spot and raised in another. Another way of thinking about it is basically we're adding eyelids without adding the eye. If that makes any sense. We're adding the clay around the eye without the eye actually being there. So for this, I'm going to add a little bit of clay to the very top of our head where we would have the start of our eye socket. And then I'm going to take some large strips of clay and I'm going to lay those out where the bottom of the eye socket would be. I'm going to smooth everything out and I'm going to also be using my fingers to push in the clay a little bit to make it look a bit more sunken in. Okay, I'm pretty happy with how our eye sockets look. Again, we can't make them super deep because we do have to have a core for this so it's nice and strong and doesn't break. So now we're going to start on the nostrils. So I've got the front of the skull nice and flattened and I'm just going to use my tools to dig into the clay to create 2 nice little holes. Once you have your nostrils done, the face does look a little odd at this point, but that's because we need to add some teeth to it. Once we add the teeth, it'll look a lot better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a small strip of clay and I'm going to lay it out right underneath the nostrils. I'm then going to break that up into 4 different teeth. I'm then going to use my tools to straighten up the edges and round them off a little bit. Next we need to make our canine teeth. Now with cats, these are really thin and long, but I really can't do that without making them super fragile, so they are going to be a bit chunkier than normal, but that's okay because we're going for more of a cartoon type style than a realistic style. After adding some molars, I was pretty much happy with how the skull was, so I just straightened up the edges around the neck of the skull, and now I'm just going to bake all of our clay at 275 Fahrenheit for probably about 45 to 55 minutes. Once everything is out of the oven and is cooled, we can start on the painting. So the painting for this is really fun. I came up with this way of kind of creating a nice bone effect without actually completely painting the clay. Most of the clay is actually not going to have any paint on it at all. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one of the clay pieces that you want painted and we're going to completely cover it in black paint. Now we're not going to let our paint dry at this point. Right after you have everything covered, you're going to take a damp washcloth and you're going to wipe off your paint. You're going to get as much of it off of the raised surface as possible, leaving only paint in the cracks. And a lot of the clay will actually kind of stain a little bit darker, so it creates a nice fade from the shadows in between the bones and it makes it kind of bone-like. So you'll notice that most of this does not have any paint on it at all. So we're going to do this to all of our clay pieces. Now we are going to add some extra detail to this, but of course we need to get this detail done first. Now, if you want your bones to be a little bit darker and more dingy looking, what you could do is you can let your paint dry just a little bit and then wipe everything off. Or what you can do is after your original layer has dried completely, you can go over it again and do the same process, and it should darken everything up a bit. Okay, I'm really happy with how my bones look, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit more detail to the skull. The rest of the bones I'm pretty much fine with and I'm not going to touch again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to darken our eye sockets and our nostrils, and I'm also going to be straightening up the edges of where those start. So I'm just going to use the same black that we were using earlier, and I'm going to fill in my eye sockets. I'm going to straighten up the lines a little bit so they look a bit more crisp, and then I'm going to let that dry. Now, one other thing that I want to do is I also want to paint the teeth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an off-white paint. I don't want it to be super white. You're welcome to have it super white, but I want it to be a little bit off-white, kind of creamy. And then I'm just going to go over the teeth and make sure the edges are nice and clean. And I'm going to probably have to do a few layers of this because they do have a bit of black on them, and I don't want that to show through. One thing that I thought would be kind of fun to do was give our cat a gold tooth, so I just used a little bit of gold modeling paint and I went over one of the teeth with it. I'm going to let that dry, and then once all of our paint has dried, I'm going to go over all of our clay pieces with a layer of resin to help protect everything, and I'm going to let those dry overnight. Okay, it's the following day. These are all of our pieces. Everything is dry and we can start putting them together. So the first thing we need to do is we need to assemble our wire frame. So I'm going to take the wire for our spine and the wires that we're going to use for the legs, and we're going to wrap those together with a thinner wire. After that, we're going to take our clay legs and we're going to use that little bit of wire that's hanging out at the end of it, and we're going to wrap those and connect them to the end of each wire for each leg. After all of our legs are on the wire frame, we can now start adding the fabric body to the piece. We're going to start with the front legs first, so I'm going to run them through the little fabric body, kind of like you're putting on a shirt, and then we're going to use our glue to glue the little bit of fabric around the base of the foot. So we're just going to glue all the way around the base of the clay foot. We're going to let that dry, and you'll probably have a little bit of a hole in the very back of the leg because we didn't sew that part, and we're just going to sew that closed. After the front legs are done, we can now work on the back legs, and we're basically doing the same thing, gluing the fabric around the base of the foot, letting that dry, and then sewing up the back of the leg. Now we can add our skull to the piece, so we're going to take a little bit of glue and we're going to glue it to the wire for the neck. After that's dried, we can glue the fabric for the neck all the way around the base of the skull. Now we're going to stuff our body and we're going to close it up. So we're going to just fill the body full of stuffing, making sure to get into all the little cracks and crevices, and then we're going to use our needle and thread to sew up the back of the creature. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a spine going down the back of it. So I'm going to take a strip of my felt. I've already divided it into little segments so it looks like little individual bones, and all I did to do this was I wrapped string around it and then I tied it off. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this piece of felt and we're going to sew it onto the back. So we're just going to go down one side and then the other side and just have it sewn right into place. And then lastly, just to make sure that people know that we have a cat, we're going to add some cat ears. So I'm going to take some black felt, I've got them cut into little triangles, and I'm going to sew them onto the neck around the head. And then after you have your ears in place, we are all finished. Okay guys, and that's how I did a skeleton cat. I had so much fun making all the little bones and everything. I made 3 of them for my Etsy shop, so if anyone is interested in buying them, go ahead and check the links down below for that. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!